And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
Oh, man, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what a quarter pounder is.
And what do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That is Samuel L. Jackson playing Jules Winfield alongside John Travolta's Vincent Vega in the iconic 1994 Quentin Tarantino film, Pulp Fiction. This year marks the 25th anniversary of Pulp Fiction and the performance that earned Jackson an Academy Award nomination. That big breakthrough role came for Jackson at the age of 45, after he'd already lived a lot of life, professionally and personally. Today, the 70-year-old Jackson holds the distinction of being the actor whose movies have made more money than any actors in the history of Hollywood, about $15 billion altogether. Sam and I got together this week for a Sunday Sit-Down as he adds to that total with a new chapter in the story of Shaft.
All right, everybody shut up! Take the money out!
I'm not a teacher. I'm the new basketball coach.
I have had it with these mother snakes on this mother plane.
Samuel L. Jackson has a way of getting your attention.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
Over a prolific movie career spanning small-budget classics and blockbuster franchises, Jackson has made himself one of the most familiar and bankable stars in the world. You have the title now as the actor whose movies have made more than anyone in the history of Hollywood. It's like
for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, it's like $15 billion worldwide. Does that number mean anything to you?
It means I did a lot of movies that people liked. Star Wars would have been Star Wars without me. Jurassic Park was Jurassic Park, or would have been Jurassic Park without me saying,
Hold on to your butts.
hey, I said it, people say it, it's on the t-shirt, I own it, you know? Being part of the Marvel universe, come on, you know, it's hard to beat that. Being fortunate enough to be in a franchise that has those kinds of characters in it and allows me to watch myself do things that I thought I would do when I was a kid.
That dreaming began in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where Jackson was raised by his grandparents.
My Aunt Edna, who lived in the house with us, was a fourth grade teacher who was also a performing arts teacher. She was just making me do stuff. I learned early on the appreciation for the, oh my God, for that, and the, oh my God, you're so cute. You know, so, thank you. So that was probably where the seed was planted.
But the climb from the segregated South to the heights of Hollywood would be long. Yeah, this East Tennessee, 1950s, 60s,
yeah,
and all that comes with that.
All that comes with that, yeah. Segregation, the signs,
yeah,
you know, where you can go, where you can't go. It never occurred to me that I was going to live and die in Chattanooga, Tennessee when I was growing up.
You were getting out.
I was going to get on a pirate ship and go hang out with Errol Flynn. Swing from ship to ship with a dagger in my mouth and a sword in my hand. Yeah.
Well, you came pretty close to it.
I got a lightsaber. I'm good.
Yeah, right. You got your version of that. In 1972, Jackson graduated from Morehouse College, where he founded a theater troupe. He soon moved to New York and fell into a group of young actors with bright futures ahead of them. What were those early years as a struggling actor like when you were running around town with people like Denzel and Wesley Snipes and young guys trying to make it?
Delightful. There was a huge legion of us that were out here in the streets and doing plays all over town. The artistic community was nurturing.
Another member of that community was a budding director named Spike Lee, who asked Jackson to appear in his groundbreaking films Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever.
I'm a little light right now. Could you, let me hold some change?
The latter role hit close to home for Jackson, who struggled for years with drug addiction.
Oh, when Spike called me about Jungle Fever, I was in rehab. So he was telling me, yeah, I want you to play like the Marvin Gaye character, you know, he's a drug addict, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, I've done the research, so I'm ready. The drug counselors were telling me I shouldn't do the movie. And I was like, if for no other reason, I will not relapse because I never want to see any of you ever again.
But it was a pair of movies released about 6 months apart that changed everything for Jackson.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
When Pulp Fiction came out, how did your life change?
I became like this, cult figure.
Pulp Fiction earned Jackson an Oscar nomination. And the next year, Die Hard with a Vengeance made him a box office star.
Dial 911. Tell the police to get up here quick. Somebody's about to get killed.
We're shooting Die Hard when Pulp Fiction starts to get some buzz here and there. So Bruce and I go to Cannes to watch Pulp Fiction, and Pulp Fiction wins. Bruce was like, yeah, the movie's good, but this movie's going to change your life. And he was right, because when Die Hard came out, it was the highest grossing movie worldwide that year, and it turned me into an international figure.
Now Jackson is strutting back into theaters as Shaft.
You don't like the way the sausage is made? Close your eyes when you eat.
What kind of metaphor is that?
It's a role he's played before, inspired by the original Shaft of the 1970s, Richard Roundtree. I think there's a new generation that's about to see Shaft for the first time, because your last one was almost 20 years ago.
That's true.
He actually hasn't changed that much through the years.
When you say he, I made specifically sure when they brought me in that Richard was there, everybody would know that Shaft is still here. He's still part of the legend. He is the original myth maker.
But his spirit lives on in your character.
His spirit lives in mine. So I was able to be an angrier and kind of more aggressive Shaft.
He's still Shaft.
Yeah, still okay, man. Still drawing pictures on the wall.
When Jackson slips off Shaft's trench coat and returns to real life, he is a family man, married for 39 years to fellow actor LaTanya Richardson. The couple has a grown daughter named Zoe. What's the secret, Sam, to your long marriage? Obviously, having a great wife helps. In Hollywood.
It's not just in Hollywood. I mean, everybody.
But people view celebrity marriages as more difficult.
Why?
I don't know.
Marriages fall apart all over the place.
Sure.
Marriage changes the dynamic of how we perceive ourselves, because we have to start thinking of someone else, especially when you have kids also. And both of us are products of broken homes. We understand what it means, or the value in our heads of having two people there that have a unified front of sorts.
It sounds like there's some element for you of wanting to create something for your daughter that you didn't have growing up with your mom.
Yeah.
Righting the wrongs of the past in some ways.
Yeah, well, I can't right the wrongs of the past, but
doing it better.
Yeah, write my own story.
Shaft is in theaters now. Our big thanks to American Cut Steakhouse Tribeca for hosting our conversation. To hear Sam tell the story of a failed audition for Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs that led to his breakthrough role in Pulp Fiction, check out our web extras at today.com/Sunday. And don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the entire unedited interview with Samuel L. Jackson. It is a good one. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.